Alright, I'm about to leave right now actually, but I am so excited and I'm gonna eat first when I get to Orlando and then go to the studio. I'm going to a Fresh Kitchen that's like 10 minutes away, so not bad, but the drive is about 2.5 hours. Yeah, so yeah, but it's gonna be fine because I'm gonna have a good time and it's gonna be great, it's gonna be worth it, and I am so excited. So let's go. Okay, I made it and it's been 2.5 hours, but we are here at Fresh Kitchen. I'm gonna eat and then I'll head over to the studio and do my thing. I do have to pee like so bad, so I'm very excited to be here, and I got exhausted on the ride over, but I'm gonna eat and just like revive myself and whatnot so I feel better for the dance class. But either way, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun and we're gonna have a good time, so let's go eat. Okay, I just made it to the studio. Lunch was great, and yeah, check-in starts in about like 8 minutes, 7 minutes, so I'll probably head over around there. I'm not too stressed about it since I'm already here. I remember I got here early last year. I don't know what time, probably around the same time, and I waited in line for a little bit, so I'll head over and wait in line. And yeah, I can't believe it's finally like happening. Like, I can't believe it's finally time. I bought the tickets like a month ago when they first came out, and I don't know, it's here, so I'm excited. I am really nervous. I am very nervous actually, yeah. But I'm also really excited to have a good time, and I'm hoping to go to Disney Springs after, because there's this bakery I really like there, but it depends on when the classes end. It's supposed to end by 9. Like, there's a meet and greet after that's from 8:30 to 9. I remember leaving like way after 9 last year, so I honestly don't know how it's gonna go or if I'll even make it to Disney Springs, because it's about 40 minutes away and it closes at 11 tonight, so I don't know if I'll make it, but I'm gonna try really hard. Like, I'm gonna try and get in line really early for the meet and greet so I can get on out of there and get me some cupcakes. So I'm gonna head in. I think I'm kind of nervous because now it's like real, and there's gonna be a lot of people there. There were a lot of people last year, and it made me really nervous, because it's like one thing dancing by myself, confident, and then it's another thing dancing in front of people, you know, iffy, and then it's another thing dancing in front of like a lot of people, and it'll probably be a lot of people like it was last year. But I have been dancing more recently, and I've been in the studio a couple weeks now, so I'm a little more comfortable with it than I was last year. I'm not worried. I'm not gonna worry about anything. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. My goals this year are to be called out in a group for either class, I don't care, and to talk to at least 3 people. Yeah, 3 people. I know, 3 people is not a lot, but last year I talked to nobody at all. And it's because I was terrified and nervous and everything. So this year I'm not gonna do that, and I'm gonna talk to people, and my goal is the minimum of 3. If I talk to more, great. But 3 is the goal that I have for myself. And I think I could do that. I think I can do that. So yeah, those are my 2 goals for today. And honestly, just having a good time, learning as much as I can, and just having fun with it, not taking it too seriously, not stressing, so those are my goals. And I'm about to head inside, and I'm really nervous, but it'll be fun, so don't worry. I'm telling myself not to worry, whatever. Okay, okay, it's almost 5:30, so I should head over. I did it! Woo! All done. Guess what? I have time to go to Disney Springs, so that's where we're going. I'm not gonna talk too much right now because I want to go and get there, but we will catch up and I'll let you know how everything went when we get to Disney Springs and get some dessert. Oh my god, I'm so excited and I'm so thirsty, bro. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm so tired, but I'm gonna be feeling it tomorrow. Okay, I can't speak. Disney Springs time. Okay, I don't know if you could hear me, but I got a couple things. I got 2 cupcakes and this cookie sandwich. It's just the 2 cookies and then icing in the middle. I'm low-key not really hungry for dessert, so I think I'm gonna have a little bit of the cookie and then save the rest for tomorrow. Maybe I'll try one of the cupcakes. Low-key, I'm curious to try the French toast one, so I think I'll try that one. But yeah, I had a hard time choosing, and I wanted to get a cinnamon roll, but the total was already $31 for the 2 cupcakes and that works. For the 2 cupcakes and the cookie sandwich. I was like, I'll just take those 3. I don't need the cinnamon roll. I'm going someplace next week for my birthday, so I'll get a cinnamon roll there. So there's the chocolate cupcake and the cinnamon toast cupcake, or French toast cupcake, and then the cookie that I'm gonna devour in a second. But I might try I might try a bite of the cupcakes. I'm sorry, I can't speak right now. Woohoo! So exciting. And look at my view. Wow. So I don't know if I am heard right now, so I think I'll debrief on the dance class when I get home, and I'll just focus on eating right now, and then I'm gonna head out and drive home. Part of coming to Disney Springs was to break up the drive, because this was 40 minutes from the studio, and now it should only be about an hour and a half home, so it's not so bad. The drive from Disney is not bad to me because I've done it so many times. It's just that the studio is a little farther. But I'm going to try this cookie, and let's see how it goes. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is delicious. Okay, French toast cupcake. Let's see. said it was a cinnamon cupcake with maple icing. Wow. Good. Okay, I might as well try the chocolate cupcake since I sampled everything else, so now I'm kind of hungry for dessert, so my appetite's back. The cookie was so good. I'm impressed. This bakery is really good, and it's allergy friendly, so it's gluten and dairy free, which is what I tend to do. So it's spectacular in my opinion. You can't even tell, but it's good. The cookie, 10 out of 10. The cupcake, I give it like an 8 or 9. Like, it's good. I just don't think it's my favorite flavor combination. They have a brownie one that's really good, but I was just feeling like a plain chocolate. That's really good. That's really good. Do I finish it or do I? I look so tired. I am tired. After the first class, I was so tired, bro. I gave my all in the first class, and so in the second one, I was like dead. Oh my god. That scared me. That's so embarrassing. I feel comfortable, so I don't want to like overeat, but that was delicious, honestly. Oh my god. I wish I could just stay here. I'm so tired. Just one more bite. Oh my god. This sandwich cookie was $14. But it was so good. Oh my god. It was delicious though. I think it was my favorite thing out of everything I got. Worth it. Will I buy it again? Probably. Hello, I'm finally doing the recap and basically the summary of how classes went and how I felt and everything. So without further ado, let's get into it. So to start with check-in, there's really not much to tell. Nothing special, went pretty smooth. They mark you with an X. I think it's color-coded based off of what class you do. So either just beginner, both classes, or just advanced. And I did both, so they marked me with whatever color that was. And you probably saw because you saw like the X's on my hand. It looks like I went to the club or something, but no, I just went to dance class and yeah. So the first class was the beginner one, obviously, and I went in pretty excited, a little nervous, you know, but overall I think it went really well. And he starts off with a quick little warm-up, which he did last time, so I was pretty, like, I knew how the classes were gonna go since I went last year, and more or less it'd be the same thing, and it was. So yeah, we had the warm-up, went great, went straight into choreo, and he's teaching a little bit, and then he was like, all right, let's try it with the music. He plays the song, and you'll never guess what song he did. He did Gnarly by Cat's Eye, and I was so surprised, but so excited, because Wednesday nights are normally when I go to a K-pop dance class at my dance studio that I've been going to, and that night they were actually doing Gnarly by Cat's Eye, but I was missing it because I was going to Matt's class instead. So the fact that he did that song, I was like, oh my gosh, like this was so cool. And obviously he's doing different choreography, but the fact that it was the same song, I was like, oh my gosh, like how perfect. And I ended up learning that choreography on my own like later, but that's not important right now. And yeah, so I was super excited about the song, and I felt like that helped me have a lot of high energy when I was performing and when I was doing it, and it was really fun. And since it was a beginner class, I wasn't worried about picking up the choreography. I was picking it up just fine. I was getting down. So I was more focused on execution and performance, so how I looked while I was doing the choreography, because again, I was trying to get put in a group. And yeah, so I felt like I did really well. I think I did great, not gonna lie. But when it came to groups, I was not called in a group for the beginner class. And I think part of why that was because he opened the floor for people to, like, before he chose people for groups, he kind of opened the floor to whoever wanted to go. And I feel like he chose the groups off of that. And they made a comment about not wanting to force anyone that didn't want to, like, go out or feel like they had to perform. So I feel like they looked at the people that, like, willingly went out and decided from that. And I have been kicking myself for not going out in that moment because I was comfortable with the choreography. I felt pretty confident with it. There was really no reason for me not to go out except for fear, and I didn't go out, but that's okay. Now I know that if I feel like I'm doing good, I should take that chance and go out there when I'm given the opportunity. Lesson learned. So I was not chosen for a group, sadly. And unfortunately, I feel like that kind of affected me going into the next class, because in my head, I'm like, well, if I don't get picked for the beginner class, I'm definitely not getting picked for the advanced class, because I just don't feel like I'm at the skill set just yet to where I can perform and really execute it to the way that I want to, or what they might be looking for a performance. I just felt like I was really tired, and I feel like since I didn't have the adrenaline going and I wasn't like super excited or like super whatever, it just, I would felt myself getting tired, and just kind of like my energy shifted a little bit between the classes, just because I feel like I maybe felt a little down about myself, but I shouldn't let that dictate like how I feel about my dancing and my confidence and stuff, and I feel like it did in the moment, and I just felt so tired when the advanced class finally came around. We had like a short break in between the two classes, so I was able to drink some water and just kind of sit down and relax, and then the second class started. We did a warm-up, a stretch again, and same thing, straight into choreography, just going over that and adding on until we finish. Same structure where he goes through the choreography, we do it a bunch of times, and then he does groups. I felt like I was picking the choreography up fine. Of course, when we did the choreography, I still went full out and everything and did my best, but I just kind of knew that I'm not going to get called in a group, and I shouldn't let that affect me the way that it did that day, but it was obviously a goal that I had set for myself for those classes, and obviously you want to achieve the goals that you set out for yourself, but sometimes it doesn't happen and better things instead happen. Oh, and after the classes, we did the meet and greet, and I did talk to him this time. I was so nervous last year that I don't even know if I said 2 words to him, to be honest, but I talked to him a little bit this time. I have proof, and it went really good, and then we took our picture, and I left as soon as I could because I was determined to go to Disney Springs for dessert, and as you saw, it was well worth it, and I'm so glad that I was able to make that, because that was just such a nice end to that day, to sit in Disney Springs, eat some good dessert, and just kind of like take it all in, you know? And I was so tired by that point where I didn't even want to drive home, but I'm glad I had that as a little break in between the classes and the drive. Alright, so quick overall kind of thoughts from the class. Let's review the 3 goals that I had. It was 1, get called in a group, 2, talk to at least 3 people, and 3, have a good time, have fun, no stress. I did 1 out of the 3, and I mentioned that I didn't get called in a group. No problem. That does not by any means tell me how I am as a dancer. As long as I feel happy and confident, that's all that matters, right? And the second one, talking to at least 3 people, I kind of already said how last year I didn't talk to anyone, and this year I really went in with the intention of talking to people and being social this year. But you know what I kind of realized? And this is no excuse for me not talking to anyone, of course, but I kind of realized that there wasn't a lot of socializing happening outside of the people that already came with like a specific group or a specific person. So there were like a group or 2 of people that like stuck together. They obviously came together or met up there or whatever, and you know, they all talk together, and then you have the people that kind of come with like one other person and they talk together, and then you have the people that kind of come by themselves and they kind of keep to themselves. And I noticed that, and of course I wasn't the only one that came by myself, but I did notice that the people that came by themselves didn't really talk to that many people, and the people that came with one other person talked to that person, and the people that came with the group just talked to that group. So there wasn't a lot of like socializing, intermixing between like the people and the groups that came, you know what I mean? So I just kind of noticed that, and it wasn't really encouraging for me to want to like talk to people when that's kind of the vibe that I was getting. And I am not the kind of person to go up to a group of people and just start talking. Like, that will never be me. I'm sorry. I don't think that's just not for me. And sometimes I can be the type of person to go up to one person or two people, but even then it's like, I don't know, there needs to be a moment for it. I'm not gonna force it if it didn't happen, you know. I think everyone was just locked in on the classes, not really concerned with talking to people and meeting people. Whatever. No stress. Whatever. But yeah, overall, it went really well. I'm glad I was able to take his class again and was given the opportunity to learn from him again. I will always adore that I can take his class because, again, I've looked up to him since I was younger, and I was watching him on YouTube, and he would always teach in LA, and I'm like, well, I'm in Florida, so I'm so glad that he came to Orlando again. But I think that's everything I have about his classes and kind of my experience and my thoughts on it. But yeah, so stay tuned for more vlogs and to follow along on my dance journey. Bye bye!